Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to Dr. Rosma and all my fellow friends. So today we are from peer presentation. Want to bring a topic about the application of organization development techniques in improving the quality of education. So my name is ZULHIKMAH PUTRI with matrix number 186640. And here I'm with my colleagues, which is UZAIR MUGHAL with matrix number 186654. So let's begin to talk about our topic today. So for start, before we discuss a future discussion about the improving in quality of education, let's talk about why we choose this topic. So based on the memo in 2007, the function of educational institutions are develop the people physically, mentally, psychologically, socially, and spiritually. So people are establishing educational institution for financial gain rather than for improving the education and learning. And the quality of an organization human resource is the key to success, and much of it is a function of training and development that also mentioned by AP in 2001. So OD is improving the output by means of improving individual, team, and organization level, taking human resource as the mean for achieving the target. So next, before we future discuss about it, so we know about what is organization development means. So based on Richard Breckart define organization development in 5 key points. The first one is organization development as an effort in plan, and second is organization wide. Third one is managed from the top. The fourth key point is to increase organization effectiveness and help. And the five key point is true plan intervention in the organization process using behavioral science knowledge. Also, France defined organization development as a systematic process for applying behavioral science principle and practice in organization to increase individual and organization effectiveness. Also, Britwell in 1997 defined OD to take up a human development as a core issue for improving an organization. Since an educated and skilled workforce is essential for the effectiveness, functioning of the economy, the competitive and wealth of the nation, as well as for the overall well-being of society. So the whole workforce of a university is under a microscope, divided in two categories for the plane changes that can be applied equally to both parts as independent entities and as a single entity. One of the category is related to the education members and the other is administration. So the education members include all the personnel of a university related to the education. They include student, teaching assistant, lecturer to rector or dean. And for the administration categories, it include all level of working staff from janitor to rector or chief administrator. So next, let's talk about the human capital at university. So the first one is operate member of society in human capital at university. There are three categories. The first one is private, which is organization including trust, people, and etc. The second category is public or government, which is University Putra Malaysia or our university is in a public category. And the third one is both, which is private and public, that is also called semi-government. And a department catering human capital at university is divided by three categories. The first one is faculty members, or also called as, their role is as a disseminator. The second one is administration. The third one is student, which is the key stakeholder at the university. And how we getting ready for the organization development? So a team comprising of early middle career professional from educational member and administration be met. In the start, be given an insight about organization development through extensive training. Consequently, The team member will come to know about the need, importance, and type of change required in their department. And after the training, they should start talking about the organization development, and the change should be there without harming the sensitivity importance of any other office barrier. So this activity will slowly and steadily incorporate in their minds of educational member and administration about the positive change which is coming. So the first thing that important that need to be done to getting ready for audit is to have a meeting and training. And sometimes the changes is always considered something that will lead to downsizing, cutting off space, and etc. That's why it's never welcome for the changes. But at the same time, change is very important since in today's business environment, more than at any time in history, the only constant is change. And an organization must develop an adaptive orientation and management style that is gathered to its environment, as because like we are experiencing right now due to the COVID-19 pandemic that have affect most of industry in around the world, that have need to be changed in all of the system, such as the work culture. They need to be online, and also in the university itself, like student and lecturer need to have an online platform to do lecturing and study. So that's a simple of the changes that need to be done to the situation that needed. And next one, how to do a meeting. So let's say before, the first thing that we need to do for getting ready for OD is to have a meeting and training. So the confrontation meeting is a one-day meeting of the entire management of an organization in which they take a reading of their own organization health. It's defined by Beckhardt in 1967. So the confrontation meeting have a two categories, or have a two meeting in the confrontation meeting. The first meeting is attended by almost all the professionals of the university, which the organization development team would have had gathered data regarding the main problem and concern about the changes. And the data gathered would be about the collective or faced by many problems that require everyone is interviewed to get the data at individual levels, so the audit team would know better the level concern of the problem and what is the main problem that need to be concerned of the audit team and the top manager or the management team. And the second confrontation meeting is more to show seriousness of the management toward the change positive, or is more to uh, the meeting to talk about more issue in the first meeting. So it's more to the follow-up meeting for the problem that has been discussed and data has been gathered from the first meeting. So a real confrontation type of meeting in which all the workers confront with their issue and a true sense. So the outcome itself will tell the higher up whether the current scenario of the organization is aligned with the vision, mission, and objective of the overall organization. And for this uh, second confrontation meeting, the employee itself need to be get ready for the major and drastic change that will be result in the second meeting. And in the second meeting, we'll also provide an opportunity to the top management to see what are the ground realities in a clearer manner and set the mind of the higher ups about the change which is required in the organization. So the result of the second confrontation meeting will be given to the top management or management team to decide about their problems, to decide about the problem and find the appropriate solution for it. And next one, we're going to talk about the individual and team interview common problems. So as I mentioned before, from the confrontation meeting, the organizational development is need to gather data and interview each and every individual and team of university will either fall in educational member category or administration category or both, because individual of each category will have a different problem pertaining to ensure to their nature, attitude, and qualification. So there are three categories, which is administration group, education group, and bot group. So let's talk about the first category, which is the administration group. So the common problem that faced by administration group will be the student need to be disciplined, faculty must be given lesser powers than what they enjoy now, and lesser pay than the faculty given, and etc. And for the second category, which is the education group, the common program will be related to the no time for future studies, no time for research, too much extra workload, problem in class, non availability of lower staff, and etc. And the last category, which is the board group, the general common problem is related to the compensation in terms of pay, problem of no recognition, too much disdain between administration and faculty, discriminatory problem, problem with colleges and our student, no or less fringe benefit, too much management level, bureaucratic culture, lack of co-curricular activities, and etc. So for the common problem that faced by all categories, we come up to the solution for the problem. The first one is career and life planning. So based on Hodges in 1937 defined career that consists of objectively and subjectively defined. The objective defined of a series of status and clearly defined office. And in subjectively, career is the moving perspective in which the person sees his life as a whole and interpret the meaning of his various attribute action and things which happen to themselves. So in general, career life planning is the process of choosing occupational, organizational, and career path. There are several different approaches to career life planning. All of them use the idea of goal setting and achievement motivation to gain greater control over one future career development. So in the university scenario, the organizational development team will meet every employee of the organization to devise ways with the concern of employees to help improve and develop their careers. Like for example, giving a special initiative like compensation, leave, low burden, and etc. that must be taken to improve their education. Next solution that we're giving is empowerment. So based on Brown in 2006, empowerment defined as a very important tool as employees who are empowered are more proactive and self-sufficient in helping the organization to help their goals. And Townsend and Galbert in 2006 defined empowerment as a responsibility in the obligation to act, authority is the power to act, and accountability is the measuring and reporting the act and accepting the consequences. So university employees who are empowered are more proactive and sufficient in helping the organization to achieve their goals that also have mentioned or defined by Brown in 2006. This will cause improvement not only in their day-to-day matters pertaining to the university, but also quality of education in general. The university is amalgam of people with different and multiple expertise and interests. Therefore, by empowering the employees of university, there will be no limit of to what good can happen, and there will be more idea given. There will be more effectiveness of work in the organization. So for the next one, I will pass to my colleagues, UZAIR, to discuss more about the solution to the problem. Okay, so that's all from me. Uh, Next, my colleagues will talk about more about the solution of the problem. So I will pass to Uzair.
Thank you so much, Suraya. So now I will continue further explaining you the solutions for the problem. One of the other solutions are wellness programs by Brown, which was suggested by Brown in 2006. Basically, wellness programs means to improve the overall state of health of an individual. This includes provision of sports complex, availability of doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, etc. to improve it. Many companies are already spending on wellness programs. Every member of the organization be allowed to be a part of it and must be trained and must be motivated to improve their health, day-to-day activities, personal life, physical fitness exercises, etc. Similarly, a university should create a wellness programs. Every member of that organization should be allowed to be a part of it, and so that they can also improve their day-to-day activities and physical fitness exercises. As we have mentioned that many companies are already spending a lot on wellness programs. For example, there's Xerox company which has spent over 3.5 million on fitness and recreation center in its Virginia training facility. General Foods has health and fitness efforts for 50,000 employees in 30 locations. So next, another solution for this problem is recognition. So for recognition is a very important as it motivates and encourages the workforce to work with more enthusiasm even when the people know something is not right. Best thing to do, they still need encouragement, examples and rewards to maintain their desired behavior. Absence of recognition can cause serious damage to not only the workforce but also to the overall process of the workforce individual. All the workforce must be recognized accordingly, may be alone in the office, in the meeting, during meeting, events like convocation, gathering, notice board, etc. Recognition brings good input from all the workforce according to the Townsend and Grayson 2006. If the employee here thank you, the odds are good they will continue to help the company improve. Similarly, to improve performance by considerable amount on and off, workforce should be regarded. But the regard and recognition should not become so frequent and at surface only that the workers think of it as something ungenuine. Every recognition program must be prevented from becoming seen as an entitlement, something that is expected no matter what the contribution or effort on the part of the recipient. Recognition also stops and lessens the turnover. Even a sentence of appreciation can have a drastic effect. People do feel appreciated, stay longer at an organization and work harder while they are. Recognition good effects down to students as well in the form of improved quality of education and recognition by itself, who in return will do wonders. So next, the final and last solution for this problem is training and development. Training and workshop must be a regular part of organization. Training as defined by Manpower Services Commission in 1981. It is basically a plan process to modify attitude, knowledge, or skill behavior through learning experience to achieve effective performance in an activity or range of activities. Its purpose, basically, in the work situation is to develop abilities of the individual and to satisfy the current and future needs of the organization. The training and workshop should be on improvement and development of skills like interpersonal leadership and management, decision making, stress management, emotional intelligence, time management, and so on. The question that who will attend which workshop will, however, depend on the critical importance of a person and similarity of the workshop and the problem, as this will substantially decrease the negative effect of training, which according to Rainbird and Murray in 1993 stated is much of the training reported was for organizational rather than individual development, suggesting that many employees would not regard the training they receive as training at all, since it neither imparts transferable skills nor contributes to personal and educational developments. Thus, in return, it will improve the productivity, which means quality of education at a university. So, this is the proposed OD model, the solution OD model, how in which OD steps for improving the quality of education in the university. Since at this stage, all the members of the university have received OD training, solving the problem at this level will be easier. And the quality problems and behavior problems will automatically be stripped away, as all of the university staff including the faculty has already gone through training and development phase according to this suggested OD model. So it will going to affect and it will going to provide a positive effect in improving the quality of education for the university. So, in conclusion, when all the staff of an organization are satisfied as an individual, team, or organization, they will serve their customers, in this scenario, the students and the country and the globe at large, in better manner. OD will cause synergy, improve in processes, quality, and better behavior will ultimately be met. It is because of the fact that almost all the mitigated problems, possible problems that can occur in an organization are mitigated by the OD model presented. Thank you so much. That's all from our presentation. Thank you.